All right, let's settle in for this tale from the British justice system that reads like a script for a soap opera set in a prison, where the drama is more gripping than any season finale you've ever seen. We're talking about Linda Katherine Dusza, but for the sake of this comedy, let's nickname her the Warden of Woe. Now, Linda, a 31-year-old mother, wife, and former prison guard at HMP Wandsworth, decided to turn her workplace into something akin to a Love Island set, but with less sun and more bars. She engaged in what we'll call intimate correctional activities with an inmate, Linton Weinrich. This guy, get this, was already locked up for stealing luxury goods, so clearly he's got a taste for the high life. And what's more high life than getting some action while you're supposed to be in the slammer? But here's where it goes from what happens in prison, stays in prison, to, oh no, it's all over the internet. Another inmate, who must have been enjoying his own form of contraband entertainment, decides to record this little rendezvous. Imagine, this guy smoking what looks like a not-so-legal cigarette, watching this unfold, and thinking, you know what this needs? A live audience. And just like that, Linda's moment of indiscretion goes viral, turning Wandsworth into the set of a very unwanted reality show. Now, Linda gets caught, and not just in the act, but legally speaking, she gets sentenced. Judge Martin Edmonds KC, who must have thought he was presiding over a courtroom drama instead of a criminal case, lays it out. He's like, you not only compromise the security of the prison, but you've also turned every female guard into a potential target for catcalls and crude comments. It's like she inadvertently gave every inmate the idea that they're on some sort of dating show where the contestants are the guards. Her defense? Oh, it's like trying to patch up the Titanic with bubble gum. First, she claims she was under duress. But then, as she's about to board a plane to Madrid, it turns out she was just trying to escape the heat until the scandal cooled down. Talk about a getaway plan that backfired spectacularly. She even tries to play the victim card, alleging rape by the prisoners, only to recant later. It's like watching someone try to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded with one hand tied behind their back. Now, let's talk about her OnlyFans account. Apparently, it was dormant, but I bet she thought this was going to be a big break into a new career path. From guarding prisoners to guarding her, well, you know, the judge, seeing through the charade like it's transparent prison glass, decides on 15 months. But let's be real, the real sentence here isn't the prison time, it's the viral video. That's not going away like last year's calendar. It's more permanent than the ink on her prison badge. And then there's the prison itself, HMP Wandsworth, which, according to the Independent Monitoring Board, had its worst year on record since 1851. That's like saying, yeah, we've had cholera outbreaks, but this year, we've got a sex scandal. The conditions sound like they belong in a Dickens novel, with crumbling cells and overcrowding, making this whole scenario even more bizarre. What's next for our Warden of Woe? She's got two paths in prison. Embrace the reality of what she's done, use it as a turning point for personal growth, or double down on playing the victim. Here's hoping she chooses a former, because the latter, that's just adding more bars to her own metaphorical cell. In the end, this saga is a stark reminder that sometimes the real crime in prison isn't behind the bars but what happens with the keys. For Linda, those keys might as well have been to Pandora's box, because once opened, there's no closing it. Her actions have not only cost her job, freedom, and dignity, but have also thrown a spotlight on the systemic issues within the prison, like security, oversight, and the treatment of both staff and inmates. So, thanks for tuning into this wild ride. Remember, if you're going to break the rules, at least make sure you don't get caught on camera, or better yet, don't break them at all. And let's hope for a future where prisons focus more on rehabilitation than reality TV moments. Catch you next time, where hopefully we'll have less celebrated misconduct and more actual crime solving.